Hello and welcome to Writer Always Right. Today I have in front of me the Pilot Vanishing Point Decimo. There's the Pilot Vanishing Point and the Pilot Vanishing Point Decimo. Both are very close in price actually. It's the size that was in question for me when I was making my purchase. Thankfully, at the Dallas Pen Show, they were on display and I actually got to hold both of them in my hand. It was the smaller that was better for me. This lovely looking fountain pen actually reminds me of a ballpoint pen, yet it has its own sophistication to it. They have many colors in the Decimo series, so choosing which color was a hard one, but the silver and burgundy won out for me. I love how that click sounds just like a ballpoint pen, and you won't believe how convenient this pen is when you're taking a lot of notes, doing a lot of writing. It just comes in so handy when you're taking your notes. I love this clip because it can basically clip to any notebook, your pocket, your jacket. It's a very long clip, and it is indeed a very sturdy clip, but it does have give so that it can fit on whatever it is you need it to fit on. It has a simplistic design to it, and I love how they have the Decimo etched into the clip there. Nice, elegant, no fancy design on it, just simplistic sophistication. And this body is made out of a metal lacquer, and of course you get to pick the colors that you want to choose for your Decimo. On the inside, right next to the little bands here, you see that it says Pilot Japan, nothing else, no fanfare. That's it to it. If I can get a little close up to this, you can see how the clip comes out. Look at that. Nice little small 14 karat or 18 karat gold nib. Goes right back in. If you can see on the inside right there, you can see how it manages to stay wet and not dry because it has a little flap right there for when the pen comes out. I'll try to show it to you again later if it doesn't show very well right there. And that's what keeps this little darling wet and doesn't let it dry out. This screws off. Here's the section, and this is the barrel, and this is the section, which is a little short, and this is the longer one. But what a lot of people don't like about the Vanishing Point is basically its inner mechanisms, and this is behind the inner mechanism. And there you go. That is just lovely. This body and its framework right here. There we go. This is a cartridge that I have in here, and this is the framework or casing, if you will, for when you don't want to use your converter. You can just use the cartridge, you put it in here, you line it up, and basically that's the mechanism in reference to you pushing down the button so that it can extend or detract from the section. There we go. You do have to line it up. Right here you see where the ridge is, and that lets you know where to insert your mechanisms right here. And there we go. And you just simply screw it in. Simple as that. And you're good to go. Of course, you know that Pilot, they send their information or their fountain pens in a simple box, just like they did the Pilot Explorer that I have. And here's the false bottom. Here's the Con 40 that it comes with, the dreaded Con 40 that everybody hates. And there we go. It has the filling information, the mechanism information as to how and what you should do and how to clean it, etc. And there we go. We'll put this back in here and get this out of the way. There we go. If I can get this in here. There we go. And here's basically the what size the nib is, in which it is a fine nib. This is a nice size. This reminds me of my Mont Blanc. I have a burgundy Mont Blanc, and it's looks like it's just a tad taller than my Mont Blanc, but they're both lovely colors, so I'm glad to have this color added to my fountain pen collection. This is a fine and this is a fine, but as you can see, they both actually write basically the same. I've heard that Pilot's nibs run finer than Western nibs, but actually this they both write about the same, and I'll show you that in just a moment. We have our Pilot Vanishing point here. Today we're going to be writing on Tomoe River paper. Look at the little goulet sticker, which is very cute. I did get this pen from gouletpens.com. And there we go. And look at that. This is a very smooth writer. Over the lazy dog. Okay, and some people may not like this clip here, but the clip is just fine. It's just fine in reference to writing. And here we go. And it's not that wet, but that's fine. And here we go with fast writing. Definitely keeps up with fast writing. This is not a flex pen, and I don't think it's not meant to be a flex pen. So this is a pen for, I believe, like office. Of course you can use it for journaling and you can use it for anything, but I love that it can be great for note taking, especially when your boss is talking, you're taking notes, you're in a lecture, you're taking notes, or wherever you may be and you're taking notes. They stop, they start talking about something else, and then here they go, and then they start back talking, and you can just click and then go back to your writing, which I absolutely love. There's no backwards writing. Well, no, I would say you can basically. However, I would think that the clip would definitely get in the way if you are backwards writing. So I think that would be just a little cumbersome. This is a fine, and it seems like it writes as a true fine to me. I know that Pilot pens are, can you see that? I know that Pilot pens are run smaller or finer than Western pens. And here's my Mont Blanc, which is a fine, and it seems like to be a true fine to me. So I guess what you can think of it as Mont Blanc really is not a pen that's made in the US, but in a way, when I think of Westerns, I think of anything that's not made basically in Japan, I would say. I'm probably wrong about that, so just correct me if I'm wrong, and that way I will definitely know. But I do love this fountain pen. I think that this fountain pen would be a great investment for you. There are nays and yays to the fountain pen, and we'll start with the yays. That it's not very expensive. I mean, it's not the cheapest fountain pen out there, but it is a really good price. It's very nice looking. It is convenient for note taking, convenient for journaling, convenient for whatever you may want to use it for. It doesn't dry out unless you keep the hood out and keep the nib out, and then of course it's going to dry it if you don't put it in and close it. It is a very smooth writer, very little feedback, and I do like feedback, but very little feedback in reference to this fountain pen. The nays of the fountain pen is basically, you know, that Pilot is a proprietary company. Nobody likes the Con 40 converter. The nib may feel cumbersome in your hand. Correction, the clip may feel cumbersome in your hand, and a lot of people don't like how trying to feel the con 40. It doesn't look like you get a good feel. You can't see how much ink you may have in your fountain pen as well. But all in all, I think the yays really do outweigh the nays in reference to this fountain pen. Thank you for watching. Writer Always Right. I hope you like, subscribe, and join me again for my next video. Remember, take care of yourself, mind and body. You only have one you. Bye.